So, hopefully this can hear me. Just going to talk about what, just keep it nice and chilled. Hopefully the thing can hear me. So, I know Andrew wanted asked me to be on the Spurs USA pod a couple of nights ago after the Red Star Belgrade. Couldn't be on because obviously time zones being what they are, it doesn't really work in my favour. So what I thought I'd do is I thought I'd record this, send this to Scotty and then to Andrew, and then let them edit it, and so they can get my thoughts and hopefully hear my ramble. If you hear the sat nav in the background, it's because I'm driving to work. I've had to kind of go in bed working later than I was hoping to, than I wanted to, but hopefully you guys will appreciate what it is I'm talking about. So yeah, let's talk about obviously the last two games, the Watford game and obviously the game against Brighton, against Red Star. It's safe to say we never got going. I think at Watford it took us 86 minutes for us to really show any kind of endeavour, any kind of fight. And I think we're a team that I think relies on that fight, and you saw the faces of Sonny and Lamella. They were absolutely furious when we conceded so early. And I see Dan Rose getting pelters, and yes, I think he did misjudge the flight of the ball, but it's a very good cross by Janmaat. And then once the cross comes in, Janmaat has two choices. He's either going to beat Danny Rose or he's going to put a cross in. Now you've got to hope that if he puts a cross in, where are my runners, and do I pick up my runners? We didn't do that, and the fact that we had three centre halves, clearly something that wasn't working that day. And obviously Sanchez was pulled. One of the things we noticed, if you watch the Red Star Belgrade game, there were mistakes being made. Gazzaniga made a mistake with his handling. You saw Jan make a mistake, but you see Gazzaniga literally saying, "Look, what the hell are you doing?" And that says to me that these players are holding each other to account. For the 90 minutes for training, like half-time, post-match, pre-match, the manager needs to hold the players to account, and we'll do the same. But for those on the pitch, the players need to hold each other to account. Now, obviously, it was really interesting because obviously I didn't know a lot of Red Star Belgrade. I actually knew one of the players, Marco Marin, and he was a player that was someone that Harry Redknapp tried to sign a couple of times actually. Tried to sign him after we played against Werder Bremen, and he just chose not to come to us. Try to sign him again a year later. Obviously that was the infamous Bayern Munich Champions League kind of thing. So yeah, things didn't work out then either. And I've never understood how stupid people can be in terms of driving. So those of you who don't know, I drive drive into work, and some people just will do some dumbass things. And we do dumbass things. So so bear with me. So here's the thing. Our team's been built around key players, whether it be obviously it was Jan Vertonghen, Hugo, Harry Kane, obviously notably. Then the following year, and Christian Eriksen. And as Pochettino's star's risen, as Christian Eriksen, and that's why people have noticed him. They've known Christian Eriksen, they've known Pochettino, and people have tried to sign both manager and player. Maybe not at the same time, but they've clearly interested to be noted. Now, Christian Eriksen is a good player. Is his mind on the job? If people remember Luka Modric years ago, we played, I think it was Atletico Bilbao, and it was happening at the same time as the riots, and it was like we were nothing. And as soon as he came on, and he knitted it all together, he stayed a complete and utter pro. And then there were moments like his head wasn't in the game. There was still chance he might be able to move on. It didn't actually happen. Obviously we had that unfortunate, very close 1-0 loss to Man United. I think Vidic scored that day. But ultimately it didn't work out well. And then he ultimately, once the transfer window was over, he really showed what he was made of. And I was stupid enough to give someone a pass, and I shouldn't have done that. But shit happens. Sorry if I'm just rambling. And I think Eriksen, it was very notable. He dropped Eriksen, he dropped Toby, he dropped fact that, I mean, and I was actually saying, do you know what? I don't want Eriksen coming on. Now it did help. We weren't playing. You know, we played well. We obviously got the goals, so Eriksen didn't need to come on. I think Lo Celso, we've got a player that's young, that's hungry, that wants the game. I think you don't want him making his comeback against Liverpool. I do think if somehow we get a result against Liverpool, I do think he'll start next week against Everton. I think that's more likely. Sonny, he played like a man possessed. And I love the fact that there's a little bit more selfishness. I mean, Harry Kane had to go at him for not passing the ball because he took a shot. There is no way Harry Kane would have passed him in the same position. There's no way he would have passed. Absolutely not. Harry Kane's a great passer indeed, but when he comes in that box, he's going to look to take the shot on. And I remember that years and years ago, there was a moment, I think, was it Teddy Sheringham and Alan Shearer? If you guys remember, it's a classic goal that Alan Shearer scores. Teddy Sheringham literally, he saves the shoot, passes it to Shearer, he's in a much better position. Shearer's screaming for it, and he gets the ball and he scores. It's a 4-1. And they're talking about they're talking about they're sharing with Shearer on playing pre-playing Millwall. Shearer's played for both Millwall and Spurs, and they're talking about it, and they're saying at this time, there's no way that Sheringham would have passed to Shearer would have passed Sheringham in this position. No way. But you're right, no, I wouldn't have passed. And that's just what happened. It was just like no. And I think Harry Kane, strikers are by their very nature selfish players, Oh, no. Do you know what? I just don't get what the fuck some people are just fucking bellends, I swear to fucking God.
Take the exit on the right.
So yeah, sorry, I had some guy
toward M25.
Anyway, enough of me screaming. This actually going to be quite interesting for me anyway, because if I hear this back just to see how I am, and he'll probably it's got to be like editing the shit out of this. But if you look at that game, Tongi on Mbele, Sissoko, they were absolutely Tongi and Mbele literally. Sissoko was doing all the dirty work. He was doing, you can call it the Deschamps, the the thankless things that doing the clean-up work. He actually said, look, you go forward, I'm going to cover for you. And I don't, and that's what he was doing, and he did very, very well. I think against Liverpool, I think, I would actually like to, I'll go on to that, but I would like to just play a 4-3-3 against Liverpool. Kind of defensive, but like a 4-1-2-3, kind of 4-3-3. I mean, Dele Alli, I thought, his movement, his ability to go, to being behind Harry Kane, and then being, coming back, dropping deep. I think his movement allowed a lot of them, and he didn't maybe have the shot on target, but it's that movement, it's that invisible. I like to call it invisible football. You don't really see it. It doesn't look as if it's doing that much, but it's his movement that allows all the other players to move off him. And he's making those runs. He's making those movements, and sometimes those aren't caught because obviously you don't see past as you see intelligent movement. You're not going to see as much. And I think he is coming back to his best, and I think to have someone like Dele Alli, have someone like Sissoko come off the bench, I think that will be really helpful to have against Liverpool, because I look at Liverpool's midfield and I don't want to sound like George St. Pierre goes, I saw it, you did well, but I'm not impressed. That was my very bad French impression, and you know what, I do a French impression as well as Andrew does an English impression. But basically he didn't, I look at the midfield, you see Henderson, Milner, Wijnaldum, they're good, but you don't think, oh my God, these guys, if they're out, oh my God, they're going to really struggle. Lallana's a good player, but he's been injured. Kaito, who's hot and cold, he can be very good. He was very good last season. Kind of, he's gone off the boil a little bit. But for me, I think our midfield, if it's working, is much stronger. And I think the fact that you can bring on Dele Alli, that you can bring on Sissoko, the fact that you can bring on, say, Lo Celso, they will look at that midfield and think, oh God, that midfield's pretty lit. I actually would look to play 4-3-3. I wouldn't play Alderweireld. I'd have him on the bench. I think you need to have that kind of quality there. Why wouldn't you play him? And I think say, look, you weren't playing there. Show me in training that you are my man. show me in training that I want to have you as an option. He's played Foyth. It'll be interesting to see if he has Foyth or Toby Alderweireld on the subs bench. I'm kind of leaning towards Foyth because I think you want to start really relying on players that are going to be there. And for me, if Eriksen's not even on that bench, that will be for me a bloody huge message. And you know what? And you see, he's got Euro 2020. He's going to think, I've got to be playing here. You know, yes, I'm playing for my future next year, and chances I'll get a club. But European Championships don't come around that often. I might not get to play in World Cup 2022. We might not qualify. We might have a tough group. Blah blah blah. So yeah, and I think we will see better performances from him. But it does remind me of that time. I think it was Michael Owen, and everyone was talking about he's running down his contract. He's looking to move on. And in the end, they didn't play him because they couldn't, because of the Champions League. They just couldn't play him because it was that whole cup type thing. And I'm not saying we're going to have the same season that Liverpool did, and somehow, against all the odds, somehow get through to the final. Because look, we got to the final. That happened last year. We got to the final against all odds, and we just ran into a very, not a very Liverpool team. We just ran into a bad set of circumstances. Obviously, Mane. I did find it really funny that, they're screaming at him, just VAR, the handball. And I'm like, well, when he kicked against Sissoko, it was accidental, but you don't mind, the rule works in your favour. Now it's against you. Now you're complaining about it. Liverpool, always the victims. Liverpool Football Club, not the actual city. The city itself. It's a great city. And when we play Everton next week, obviously I'm a Spurs fan, but I will, if we do get a draw against Everton, I won't feel too bad about it because I have a huge amount of love and respect for Everton. They're like they're a team I don't root for, but I kind of hope they do well, But yeah, it's just talking on. No, I mean, obviously talking on about it, and Marco Marin, I mean, that is an unforced error. I mean, that's something you can't legislate for. Him doing that and suddenly just losing control of the ball. That's something you cannot possibly legislate for. And I can't remember if that was our third or fourth goal, and that's something you cannot possibly legislate for. That shit will just happen, and that it did happen. It's unfortunate, but
be in the second lane from the left, then take the exit to 80.
So if I'm pausing, it's because I'm actually having a drive, and I'm sure Scotty lets it out. Scotty, I hope you don't mind doing that, mate. No, I just think that we can actually get a performance out of us. I do think, we call that slump buster. If you can only beat what's in front of you. Obviously, they won away, took one away to get 4-1. I don't think they had any players injured. And, I wouldn't want to play into Liverpool because that just gives them an excuse. It gives them that we didn't have the players we wanted. Our players were all injured. That's why we didn't win. It's like, well, you know what? That's why you have a squad game. Obviously Salah's back, I think he's back, and obviously Salah, Mane and Firmino, well, those guys are on song, they are hard to contain. But I do think if we play a 4-3-3, hopefully Aurier is going to be brain dead, and I think I actually want to play us, using Dyer's ability that he can go in a 3, he can slot back into a 3, but also, make it, what should we call it? 4-3-3, and the fact that I'd actually have him not man marking Firmino, but looking to pick up Firmino because people. I think for me, everyone talks about Mane and Salah, and they are amazing players. But for me, Firmino, he might have had the best of Champions League final, but everything goes through Firmino. He makes it all happen. His running, his movement, his hard work. He makes it all happen, and without him, Liverpool aren't anywhere near as effective. That's just my opinion, but I just don't. And I'm not saying I play well without him. I think obviously if you get a kind of goal in the first couple of minutes, then you don't. You can have. It's alright if for me has an off day. But I do think Mane, he is absolutely dangerous. His ability to cut it from the inside. But I think interestingly, it was really interesting because you had. I'd actually play Sanchez on the right of a 3. And say, look, just like trying to look to play him in, try and look to play him in, try and look to play him down that side. He's not left-footed. He'll look to cut inside. So as long as you have him on your right-hand shoulder, he's going to be facing up. He'll want to cut in. Just play a bit lower, you can match him speed for speed. Just look, say, look, just go down that side. Look, go into your buddy Serge. Let's cut him. I think that's the only way to play Mane. Now that's an easier trend to say. I mean, like the thing about Robin is that Robin only had one trick, but my God, was he very good at it? And you just never knew. And he would just cut. That's what he was very good at. And Mane is very good at. Mane is a phenomenal player, and he's a lot more clinical now. I mean, I remember he played against Southampton, and he should have scored a couple of goals. I think at Liverpool now he's become a lot more clinical. He's played at a higher level, so he's had to become more clinical. I think he's a much better player now. But I really think I'd have Sanchez, and obviously Salah. Obviously going against Davies, and they're not the quickest. But again, he's going to look to kind of cut in. I think I'm not saying Sanchez, Vertonghen will have his number, and I think hopefully because at the end of the day, if Sanchez does, if Jan does to Salah what he did to I think what's his name, Delafeo, Sanchez goes down easier than Jordan. He will go down, and he'll go down theatrically. That's what he does. But for me, I think we don't have to play. I don't think we have to invite the pressure on. But I think just say, look, play close, look at him on the counter. We've got an outball. We've got two outballs. We've got the outball that is the Dombele that can break the press, who's running. We have wings who can break the press, and say, look to find Sonny, look to find Lamella. But I really do think a 4-3-3, using Harry coming a bit deeper, the way that he's played for England, I think can really work. I wouldn't trust Lucas Moura. Not that I think Lucas Moura is really good, but he doesn't really attack his fullback and take him on and commit him. I'd rather again have him as an option to bring him on a bit, and I think that we have those numbers. We can bring on Lucas, we can bring on Asasa, we can bring on Dele, we can bring on Musa. I look at their first 11 is phenomenal. Their first 11, I think it's very predictable it's going to be. If they're all fit, it's very predictable. Maybe you might play Lallana, maybe you might play, Ronaldo or Milner, but their first 11 is pretty much set in stone. I think the fact that we can be unpredictable, we can, change things up. I think that can work for us, because I think, they are doing very well, and they are phenomenal. As a unit, they are fantastic, and Origi can come in and he can kind of fill in a little bit. But I think if we play our first 18 against their 18, I think we have the advantage. And I think we have to say, look, Eris, I think what did I say? Is get rid of the concept. I don't know what you said. I don't know how true that is, but so look, if you've got a bad element, no matter how good they've been in serving for you before, no matter how crucial they've been to you, been to your own team and to your personal success, you have to be willing to say, do you know what? You are gone. I am in charge here. There is no one more important than me. I mean, Alex Ferguson got rid of Ronaldo, and yes, the next season, Ancelotti did the double, well played to him. But the next year, he won it that next year. And then in 2012, he won it. I mean, I think, if things had gone a bit better for Man City were very lucky to win those games that won them. They did. But, and as they did, but I think he could have won it 3 years in a row. And the fact that he was vindicated, look, I want to have Van Persie, I want to win the title, I want to go out on top, and he did. And ultimately, they've never, that's the reason that Man United have struggled in those years, is that the manager was just such a crucial part of who they were, and they've never managed to replace him. And that's the same with, that's what happens when you have a player that's so embedded in the identity of the club. I still believe Pochettino, I still will back him, and you heard the fans, they were singing his name. And the fact they're singing his name, I think obviously Lucas was saying, no Poch November or whatever. I love Lucas, I'm not going to call him out on it, but I thought Lucas, I think he got it wrong, and I think, I don't think people want the club to fail. I think people want the club to succeed, and and if the club succeeds, obviously the manager succeeds. It's not a case of like with Sherwood. I wasn't saying I was happy to see him fail, but the other day he was such an awful manager that you think, well, do you know what? I'd rather us burn down the house, because we're not going to do anything. But I think Pochettino, he has built the place. He's built a reservoir of goodwill, and I think he's built enough goodwill to say, do you know what? You have to give him the opportunities. You have to say, you are my man. I'm backing you. I'm backing you to the hilt. and I'm thinking that you are going to be the man that's going to get me to where I need to be. So if I'm not paying 100% attention to the podcast, Scotty, this is where you still allowed to use edit. It's, you know, gives you a nice couple of minutes because I'm actually thinking of my driving. But yeah, here's the thing. I look at Dyer. I think Dyer. He came in and he played for. If you played Dyer, and he thought, I'm going to give you some minutes. I'm going to give you a chance to show me what you can do. I think we are resigned to Alderweireld possibly going. I don't think he'll go to. He'll probably go to a money club or whatever. He'll go for a big fat contract somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised if he went to PSG. Yeah, he can make a ton of money at PSG. You know, they need a centre half. He could easily go Man City. You never know. Hope that doesn't happen, but you know, why? You know, obviously, I'm hoping the fact that Paris is close to Belgium will be like, yeah, I'm going to go. You know, I can just take the train rather than taking the flight. I'm hoping that's why he'll want to go to. What's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? What is the word? So say PSG. I'm hoping that's why he'll do that, and I'm hoping we keep Jan. I think, you know, having a wiser old head, I don't think we'll play as many games, and hoping we will sign that player, a good left-foot centre back. I don't know who that is. And hopefully, you know, maybe that could be Ben Davies. Maybe we'll recruit from within. But you know, maybe we'll say, well, you know what? We can't play that model. We'll have to adapt, and this is how we're going to be playing. Excuse me while I flash a guy from, you know, my headlights saying, look, you've got to be going at a better speed than that. If you want to be in the outside lane, you've got to go faster than that, buddy. That's what I'm saying. You know, that's why I really hate people in the fast lane. You go at the fucking speed limit. If you can't go at the speed limit, you go across. You know, it's not my fucking problem that you can't. You're a fucking woman, mate. Yeah, it's about fucking time. See, Scotty, I'm giving you loads of advantage points. You can just edit this shit out. It's so much easier. I lost time because of Dartford. I lost time on the way here because of my fucking stupid sat nav. No, I'm actually kind of glad. I might actually do this next week. I might just come in next week anyway. Obviously, I finished at 9. I might actually finish at 9:30. So if I mind not coming, I might just work from home. But today, yeah, why not? No, sorry, Scotty. Going back. Yeah, I really do think that we can, get a result against Liverpool because I'm not saying that because we beat Red Star Belgrade, you know, we can beat every. You know, they had no away support and no one to play to. It was a difficult game for them. It really was, and they don't travel well, and I don't, you know, blame them for that. They, you know, their fans are their 12th men. They create that intimidating atmosphere. But you can only beat what's in front of you. I mean, we should have beaten Watford. We clearly failed to do that. I think, you know, ultimately the players played that game, but we have been playing hot and cold. You know, we played against Palace. We played very well against Palace. So we thought, oh, we've turned it around, and then suddenly, you know, we play like absolute bellends the next few games. So I don't know, you know, the real Tottenham, please stand up. I think we got a problem here. See, I'm not a rapper like you, Scotty. So if you can do that, you can rap and do the Eminem thing. Do you know what? That I'd be really grateful if you do that. But do you know what? Yeah, I think if the real time stand-ups, I think, you know, we've shown that. So look, they are a team, but they're 11 players, and you can beat these 11 players. You can beat the odds. We went to Ajax, a goal down. They had an away goal, and we were 2-0 down. But we said, look, dig deep. We believe in ourselves. All things are possible. And I think we have to, you know, Ajax actually is a guy from Greek mythology. For those of you who don't know. Even though I keep saying Ajax, because there's actually a cleaning agent called Ajax. I think if we can bring that Ajax spirit, then I think we can do it. I really do. I think if we play Harry Kane in that kind of floating 10, you know, Van Dijk, he won't know where to go with. He's very good at marking Harry Kane. So do you know what? Harry Kane, you have that free role, and your job is to do what Firmino does. Just keep moving in and out, Lamella and Sonny, you press in the space between them, and they can't go forward, because if they keep going forward, you've got Sonny on the break, you've got Lamella, maybe not as quick on the break, but he can play in Kane, can play in Sonny, and you know, he's got that confidence, he's got that, you know, he had those, you know, assists between his teeth, and I really think Lamella had a really decent game. Now, obviously Liverpool much better attention, and I think for me personally,
roundabout.
I don't think we played a low block. Well, I don't think we're part of the bus. We get like a feel for the game, and it's, you know what? Now it's on. You know, it's kind of like when Rocky Balboa fought Apollo Creed. He's fighting right-handed, and then he goes, you know what? I'm not going to switch. I'm going to fight him this way.
Take the third
Yeah, so I'm taking an actual beating now. I'm actually going to keep going all the way this way. So I'm actually very close to work. I'm actually... Oh, that wasn't good. Car broken down, but at least... Oh, shit. Don't know what that guy is either, so... So no, I'm just hoping that we can get the result. I really do think we can get the result. I think I would actually play a 4-3-3, and just the fact that you've got Deli, Lo Celso, Lucas Moura, Sissoko, you've got those 4 guys chomping at the bit, and you're going to look at that bench and think, do you know what? If I don't do it, Deli Ali's going to come on. If I don't do it, Gio Lo Celso's going to come on. If I don't do it, Moose is going to come on for me. You know? Or maybe, you know, if I'm Lamella, I'm thinking, oh shit, Lucas can come on, Gio Lo Celso could come on. I've really got to, you know, pick up my game. Some keys has just gone past on the verge. I don't know what the fuck's going on today. No, it's yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, but you know, it is. Life is what it is. We are where we are.
At the roundabout, take the first exit to A229.
And I just lie, say 8:30 appointment, you know. So yeah, no, we are where we are, kind of thing. I can work late today, and if I work a little bit early tomorrow, that still works out. I can do a half day Friday. I don't mind working late on a Thursday. I really don't, because there's nowhere for me to go. I mean, not as if I can go to yoga or anything like that. But this has been very therapeutic, and I actually learned a lot. Just sometimes it's just good to switch off your fucking MP3. And I've had to like for those of you who don't know, I've had to listen to the Transfer Window podcast, and I've heard literally like this all shit. Like Max Celebrity was at Spurs. Frank Abode. We fired Frank Abode. We fired him like fucking 5 years ago. You're telling me a fired guy that was only at the club 2 years has the ear of Daniel Levy? I mean, I'm serious. Are you kidding me with this shit? You know, it's Jose Mourinho was there. That's because he's buddies with you know. Oh shit! You make sure I'm not fucking speeding. That's because he's buddies with you know, Jose, you know, with Maurice Pochettino. The amount of shit you hear come out from fucking hat journalists, and yeah, there is a bit of a mixed message. He says this, says that. Yeah, ultimately, the most important message is what he's saying to players. Because, you know, Poch lies. Poch contradicts himself. He actually, I still remember when Poch, he said, "No, I'm not playing Cole Peters against Newcastle," and then he played him, and then then Alistair Gold actually called him up on it. He goes, Poch goes, "My English is not so good, senor," and he's like, you know what? You know, it's kind of like, you know, sometimes, you know, it's the fucking press. I'm not fucking under oath. Yeah, you know, I'm not, you know, you're not going to impeach me because I don't tell you the fucking truth. This is what annoys me, guys who, you know, and who do really slow speeds, and like, you know, now you just figure out you have to go that speed. I might as well have like a bellend, but I just don't like driving slow for the sake of it. But no, I'm actually feeling pretty good. I mean, I was actually, I had a pretty of a shitty morning, start to my morning, but the rest of it just changing the lens. A bit of calamity, a bit of my ability to, you know, I'm sorry if I'm rambling a little bit. So you got a bit of insight into my mind how it rambles. So yeah, so luckily this is never get heard, and if it does, fuck it, it gets heard. But no, I definitely do think that will slow down my speed a little bit. I hope you go from 70 to 50, so I want to do 70 to 60 to 50. But I really do think we can get the win. I'm actually feeling confident. I'm not confident I'm going to go to Anfield. It's a fucking mare of a drive, but I think everyone's like thinking, oh, there'll be a quicker score against Man United. And look, we haven't won against Anfield for a long time, you know, but you have to believe, you have to have confidence in yourself. So, look, you know what? We're going to go out there because, you know, Kane, you were the captain. Lucy, you're a player of the season. You know, Sonny, you were someone that, do you know what, is in the Ballon d'Or. Eric, Coco, you were someone that Barcelona thought would one day replace Eric Lamela, you know, Eric, Lionel Messi, do you know what I mean? You had, you know, they had you pegged in mind. Be that player, and I think, you know, Tongi, you know, Harry, I didn't play you. Do you know what? Jordan Henderson, he's your rival for the England camp. Outpass him, outwork him, outmove him. He may be bigger than you, but you know what? If you pass a lot better than him, keep us moving, pass in a better direction. You know, that'll, you know, Gareth has to be looking at that and think, do you know what? This is your thing. Eric Dyer, you know what? You've had Declan Rice playing, you know, he didn't have a great game. Show me that you can, you know, the fact that your versatility that allows you to play from a 2 to a 3. Show me why Gareth Southgate should put you back in the team.
Take the second exit to Royal Engineers
And I just think, I really do think it's about stand up and be counted. Because I think there are players who are gone. I think they may not, you know, we haven't collected the money from them. They probably will go out free. You know, and Daniel Levy might be happy about it, but you know what? That was your fault for not selling them. You know, you wanted X amount and you didn't get it. Well, you know, you bargained and now you've bargained wrong. Who knows? Maybe their players will want to go because they don't want to take that chance. You know, maybe we do bring players in, and I actually would bring. Do you know, me personally, if we could bring in Fernandez, I'd bring him anyway. And so, do you know what? Yeah, fuck it. Because you know, if Ericsson's going to go, we're not going to lose no money in the summer anyway. So he's not playing. His mind's not going to be in the job. So why the fuck are we going to keep playing him? Anyway, I have now got into work. I'm just going to park up. Unfortunately, I'm working till about 6:30 tonight, which isn't going to be a lot of fun, but it is what it is. And no, life is what it is.
Turn right onto the road.
And yeah, so anyway, that's from me, enough of me. Enough from Mr. Sat Nav. Hope you've enjoyed the front, but I've actually enjoyed it. It's been fucking therapeutic, actually. Just rambling away. Hopefully I can find parking in there. Apparently there's a sweet spot you can't find parking, but I've always been able to find parking there. If not, I've park outside. Eventually, if I park it, you just have to be a wee bit patient. So yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I might do another one later on tonight, but yeah, I'm good now. Cheers, thanks a lot, mate.